So interesting to see how this unfolds.
Han Ying to get this women's singles round of 16 clash underway. Johnny, one of the talking points per hand in the points against the German defender.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, typical Japanese style for the women's game is attacking players, incredible stuff. And the dynamic of a defender as an opponent just adds that little bit of difference. There, that's typical from Mima Ito. See how she creates the spin? The very first point, but that's good for her confidence to have made that one.
1-3.
Well, again, only 16 years of age. The technique and the style plays into that somewhat. But you can impart the spin, the position, lots of other tactics that you can deploy against defenders other than power.
She's very quick, takes the ball early, reflexive, brilliant. Questions today. Han Ying, a player of vast experience, over twice her age.
Really important for defenders, I think, these days in the modern game to continue to mix it up. I think attackers will become comfortable if the defender plays similar style, defending all of the time. There's another change mid-rally from Han Ying.
4-3.
In sailing for Ding Ning and Zhu Yuling. Kazumi Ishikawa came through 4-3 in her match. We were saying yesterday, Johnny, so important for the modern defender in the table with warp-like speed.
Yeah, the top defenders in the world in both the women's and men's game can mix it up. Keeps the attackers on their toes. They're not quite sure what's coming back. Look to coming back between these two players, incredible.
Power that can just crunch through them, but you'd imagine that would improve with Mima Ito's physical maturing. Only 16 years old, remember.
Bad choice there. That ball was fizzing with spin from going for a fast one down the middle or a spinny one down the middle, and then the fast attack out
to render no angle to the chopper, right?
Absolutely, and maybe ask some questions of Han Ying, whether she plays the forehand or the backhand. Maybe she doesn't impart as much, if you like.
Well, you can see she's patient. Her last head-to-head showing was in March of last year at the German Open.
Oh, that's a super rally. Nice patience from Mima Ito there. She's playing a great variation of spins, then she starts to hit the flat one.
That was an assured dispatch
game here in this last 16 match.
Again, going for the body of 2 game points. A beautifully engineered finish from the Japanese teenage sensation. She wriggles through the opening game, 11 points to 8. Don't go anywhere, back after the break.
Matures through her teenage years, but I was impressed there with the way she mixed the spin and the power to take the first game there.
Yeah, she had some well weighing in and out of the table. Thunderous finish.
Flat through. Good stuff from Mima Ito.
And you can see as well for the opponent around.
Super play again. You see the topspin slow and spinny.
Now that's That's the kind of error that Han Ying, presumably, Johnny, is preying on.
Shot there that Han Ying's received is more of a retrieve. She's just getting it back onto the table because it's been hit at her so quickly. Not able to have the time.
Wonderful. That chop just hung in the air for an eternity.
That's where she has to be careful both sides. And that's clever also from Han Ying. She's coming back into it. Defenders sometimes take a little bit of time to get into the zone and feel their... But again, Mima Ito will want to...
That's what her game is all about, minimizing them.
I think that was the right thing for Han Ying to do there, was to throw a little bit of...
Become less threatening in doing so.
In between minds there.
Interesting how Han Ying as well is trying to just plug towards the right-hand corner of Mima Ito's table and just keep towards the backhand side because, of course, she's less threatening that way. That was a wonderful flip kill over the table off the back. Han Ying doesn't want her turning around, unleashing the fury off that forehand. Or does she?
But once again, it's very close, game two.
Away from leveling this one. Thunderous from Mima Ito there, taking the ball. I've got a little lucky there, Han Ying, with the net cord.
I think both players making errors rather than winning points outright here in this second game.
Well, it sat up high, it was attackable, but she came through in the end. 11 points to 9. Han Ying does indeed square the match. Don't go anywhere, back after the break. Far.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe just both players getting a feel for one another again in the last 16 here. I think the player who can reduce the number of errors may well be the one that's victorious. Both of them.
This, you know, and really force Han Ying to break down. She's playing at a high tempo, but it's dangerous.
There we see it, case in point. Again, great patience from mixing it up with some top spins as well.
The ascendancy marginally out here in this nail biter.
Ah, it's great stuff from both players. Again, it's the ball down the middle against Han Ying. Killer smash winner.
Johnny, because she's only slightly bigger, stronger women, Li Xiaojie comes to mind. And you know, hopefully that evolves as she grows stronger. Yeah.
In front of your body. Many of us may be guilty of leaving it come to the side of our body or even further down below. And that's where you start just about reducing the number of errors. And maybe that's again down to her age, you know, that maturity to just take her time.
Angst, the Japanese player. Haunted maybe by the memories of losing to a couple of choppers recently. You know, the little seeds of doubt in the back of your mind. You know you've got to be aggressive, but she doesn't round. About as welcome as a wasp at a barbecue, asking endless questions.
Again, when I was coming up as a difficult, they were awkward, and so, you know, obviously Mima Ito is one of the best players in the world. Very different situation, but equally you've got to give her time to learn this style of play. Very different.
Aggressors tend to, you know, put in some short blocks and pushes just to draw Han Ying in. She was doing that well from the off, but now that, for me, was perfectly blended.
That's the patience and the build-up play, and taking an extra few balls in the rally just to relax and choose the right one. It also goes alongside what you were saying there, Paul. A few short balls, bringing Han Ying in and out. And that's tough work. Look at the expression there from Han Ying. That's tough for the defenders. Very physically demanding style of play. In and out the table, side to side. But excellently well executed there from Mima Ito.
Again, just a perfect point for Japanese fans.
In her mind, and that those elements of doubt that she gets rid of, and is confident that there she can play a few short ones, read the spin, the difference between chop and float.
Very often in this match so far. Tough to do against Han Ying. There's another example, just again pegged back.
Oh, great change, eh?
Great counter-attack. 1 point in the ascendancy here, 9-8.
Again, bad choice there, I think, from the 16.
Oh, outstanding from both, but it's the European Han Ying who takes the lead here, 11 games to 8. She's 2-1 in the lead. Because then she feels comfortable against choppers. At the moment, she's really struggling.
Yeah, I mean, towards the end of that third game, Han Ying was short, long, spin, hit. She had everything going. She started to reduce the errors, but fair play to Han Ying. She held in there, won a couple of scrappy points, and some of the encounter rallies at the end of game 3 were super. And here we see it again. But I have to say, Han Ying now looks really comfortable. 3 and now into game 4. But as you say, almost career-defining trade, you know, can be difficult sometimes. So either you do go through to the next level straight away by winning these matches, or you have a tough couple of seasons learning it a little bit.
Which is really encouraging.
Exactly, exactly.
You know, this is a young player. Takes years to learn these lessons against such an experienced.
And as you sometimes see in these types of matches, longer rallies mix up the spins and speed and the positioning. But now we see
a torrent of them.
A little bit always demonstrates the physical and, more importantly, sometimes the mental side.
Yeah, she's hemorrhaging errors right now. And she's over-pressing, so easy to do. We've seen it so much against quality defense. Perfect, absolutely perfect, yeah.
But if you look at Han Ying, mid-distance, she's mixing up the spins fantastically well. Some chop, or, like that one, some
game convincingly to a solid score, then she's really, really favourite to go through. And ding-ding, line clash. Well, it was a terrific change-up on the serve, but to no avail in the end. Han Ying, 11 points to 2, 3-1. German is in control of this run. At the moment, serving with a 3-1 advantage. Start of the 5th game here.
First couple of points are crucial here, Paul, particularly for Mima Ito. Excellent. That's back to her best in the first 2. Positive, good start, having been well and truly beaten in game 4, 11-2.
We're going to get a look at her mental skills. And it's going to be interesting to see whether Mima Ito can really step up now with her back against the wall. Absolutely outstanding.
Excellent retrieving from Han Ying. Incredible feeling in her hands there to pull off those shots on the back. Japanese player biffs that one down the middle of the table. Amazing start here. 5.
And on that basis as well, you must pay logically to keep her calm and instill that belief that she can turn this around.
And pinched a couple of points mid-game to take game 3, 11-8.
Oh, she's found the edge there.
Yeah, she's coming back a little bit. 4-0 now to 4-3. And again, in the last couple of games, we've seen some outstanding defender from her.
Keeps showing that extra ball and frustrations.
She's launched it off the end. Great variation from Han Ying, though.
She knows how key this passage of play is.
Oh, it's a great rally.
We were treated to a set.
It's aggressive play from Mima Ito. She's really going for it, the Japanese player.
Oh, a little extra snap through to add some pace from Mima Ito on the choppers.
That's good play. Again, it might just be as she using the right ball to accelerate. Perfect.
Run of points continuing then for the teenage sensation to reduce the deficit.
6-10.
When we had the timeout for Team Japan, she's done very well, Mima Ito, to keep her momentum from that moment, regain the lead, and now hopefully she's thinking secure game 5.
Well played, 11 points to 6. Mima Ito snatches the 5th game and reduces the deficit. Han Ying in the lead though, 3 games to 2. Back after break.
Absolutely, I think a player that gets a start here, I mean, of course, they'll be in the driving seat, but psychologically and just the patterns of the games we've seen so far, Han Ying was fizzing with the backspin, so arguably the wrong one for Mima Ito to try to accelerate on. Might have been better playing the spinny one, hence we saw the frustration.
Han Ying is just trying to stay in the point as long as she can, because the longer it goes, more she's favoured. I thought that was a really good build from Mima Ito there with the unfortunate net cord.
Great patience from Han Ying as well. Key attribute of any defender, patience, decision making.
When you watch the chopper as well, Johnny, you watch her rack it so closely.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the previous point, anticipate where Han Ying is going to put the ball. And therefore, the last point, you saw Mima Ito serve and a strong third.
And in doing so as well, the German player keeping the ball down. Now, if you're a betting person, not that we are, Johnny, we don't endorse.
Gives you a sense that she's losing that little bit of patience, starting to slip away. Han Ying has been incredibly focused on her game, I think, and she's in the driving seat for sure here.
I love her on-court demeanour as well. She's positive, she's roaring. She's going after this Han Ying. Increasingly, it's looking like the yellow, red and black flag of Germany. It's going to come through. Metaphorical pain, because she knew the significance of that point.
Nah, it's great defending. Did you see where she took that on the backhand? It almost went. So for me, an incredible battling performance from the German pedigree. And it's just a tactical and a mature thing, I think, here in terms of how she plays against defenders. Early errors, Mima Ito.
Still 6 match point opportunities here for the German #1, leading the European charge. Oh, and still she's denied.
Fantastic stuff.
Out from this young lady, but nothing to sustain. And there we are, Han Ying, a fist pumper for delight. She's through safely to the quarterfinals. An opportunity to hit her skills against the world #1, Ding Ning. 4-2, German #1 comes through against Mima Ito of Japan.